Tonight's Fox Focus, some doctors are now taking a stand. They are fed up with parents opting out of vaccinating their children over various health concerns and are refusing to treat young patients who haven't been vaccinated.
And now they say it's an effort to encourage good health and keep the waiting rooms disease-free. But as Fox 23's Kristen Lauman explains, opponents say those kids shouldn't be denied medical care because of their personal choice.
Lori Buer will never forget the night that her healthy teenage son Carl fell terribly ill and had to be rushed to the hospital. The diagnosis, bacterial meningitis.
We couldn't even conceive that it had happened so quickly. We were busy worrying that he might miss his next football game or his next fall basketball game or miss a social studies test, and here they were telling us he was going to die.
Carl didn't die, but he lost both of his legs and 3 of his fingers to a disease that he could have been vaccinated against. Carl's story is exactly the kind of thing pediatrician Dr. Bradley Dyer wants to prevent. He's made childhood vaccinations mandatory at his practice.
If an adult caregiver or parent decides not to vaccinate their children, we feel that they're taking an unnecessary risk. So we wanted to take a strong stand and say this is so important to us that it's a deal breaker for us.
Dyer published his vaccine manifesto in the journal Pediatrics, stating vaccinations are, quote, absolutely the right thing to do. Dyer says that he's turned away families who have refused vaccinations and encourages other doctors to do the same.
Some of us are very black and white about it and will say, listen, if you don't agree to shots, I can't take care of you. But a lot of us, are thinking a more gray zone area. We understand how tough it is for parents, and we try to give them some options.
Dr. Jim Saperstone of Capital Care Pediatrics says most parents refuse shots because of information overload and being misinformed about vaccinations.
25 years ago, there were 4 shots. Now there's 20-plus shots. And it's very hard for them to negotiate all this information.
For Saperstone, it's about working with parents, breaking up the shots over time, giving them resources to learn more about each vaccination. But he says there are still some that won't budge from their personal beliefs.
And yes, there have been eventually parents who refused, despite giving them a little breathing room. And I had to politely say, I just can't take care of you. It's not fair to everyone else.
Saperstone says that's only happened once in his career. His job to give children the best care possible. The American Academy of Pediatrics says they do understand where doctors are coming from, wanting to protect their patients from disease. But like Saperstone, believe educating parents about vaccinations is key. As for Lori, she's now a firm believer in vaccinations and encourages parents to learn about the risks and benefits.
What I would say to them is there are so many things we can't protect our children from. Why not protect them from the things that we can?
Now, Dr. Saperstone says a parent's best resource is a website called healthychildren.org. From car seats to diapers to vaccinations, it breaks down information,
including individual vaccines and frequently asked questions about those. More information is available on our website, of course, on the story, fox23news.com.